San Luis Obispo man agrees to plead guilty to bribery county supervisor to vote on issues affecting his cannabis business. Once again, Prop 64 causing corruption. Okay, so federal prosecutors filed a criminal information charging a San Luis Obispo man with bribery for paying a county supervisor approximately 32,000, which is real low. I don't believe it. Most of the most of it in cash in exchange for supervisors' votes and influence on the votes affecting his cannabis business. Basically, zoning. Zoning is a big uh, factor and a big actual decision if you can be able to conduct a business in a county or city for coding. Coding meaning it has to be away from certain feet from the school, from a park, from a playground. Uh, so it has to do with a lot of commercial actual uh, commercial parks, commercial zones. So apparently, this 35-year-old is going to be charged with one count of bribery and one count of subscribing to a false 2018 income tax actual return that deliberately failed to report millions of dollars in income to the IRS. We knew this was going to happen when you actually deal with actual just cash. I mean, what would one expect? And let me tell you again, when they say he agrees because he had a lot more to lose if he were to go to trial, if he were to actually not come to an agreement. And this is only a part of the actual investigation. There's going to be way more uh, actual charges for other individuals. And where this area is actually in California, it's very expensive there. It's very expensive. It's a ocean. It's it has everything. It has ocean. It has mountains close by. So it's right off the freeway too on the around the coast. And so um, today they agreed to he agreed to plead guilty to both felony offenses and pay 3.4 million in restitution to the IRS. And this is probably how it got first came to light. And again, he paid the actual supervisor, the county supervisor, in money orders, paper trail. And according to the court documents, he operated and or had a controlling interest in multiple farms that grew cannabis in San Luis Obispo County. He also had ownership interest in business that sold the actual marijuana to the public, including in a very exclusive Grover Beach area, city, I should say. To further his interest in farms that grew cannabis in this actual county, um, he began paying bribes to this actual county supervisor since 2016 until 2019. So that 32,000 is not, that's what they put on paper. So we had to go through that, but no, that's a little drop in the bucket when you're actually not claiming 3.4 million and then 3 years. Keep it real. And so uh, he actually had some actual a lot to lose if he were to take it to trial or if he were to just to get fully investigated. And check this out too. This might have came to light, by the way. This might have started the investigation also, for the fact that he actually had dinner with the actual mayor of this actual town of Grover Beach. And so what ended up happening is that he went to he attempted to bribe the actual mayor with $100,000 in one lump sum at a dinner meeting in September 2017. and he gonna try to tell me that he only paid this actual supervisor 32,000, which the supervisor actually voted and influenced on other votes affecting this individual's cannabis business interest, right? So they're gonna put what they put on paper, they put on paper. But come on, we mean there's no way that he only paid this individual 32,000. That's a little drop in the bucket compared to paying 100,000 for the actual dinner for that mayor. And the mayor, by the way, that mayor, he did not actually he didn't entertain the bribe. He didn't he didn't say yes, he didn't say no. He just walked away, and he might have been the one that actually called in. And I got another one from LAX regarding some actual gold bars that ended up coming up missing. And these two individuals and apparently two cargo handling company employees who worked at LAX pleaded guilty today to a federal crime charging for stealing four gold bars, part of a large shipment headed from Australia to actual New York. So there was apparently a total of 2,000 gold bars, each weighing 1 kilogram and valued at 56,000, and they were in boxes in crates of 25. During the stopover at LAX, the gold was offloaded and secured, but an inventory that evening showed one box containing 25 gold bars was missing. And one of the two individuals actually that evening, uh, actually the next morning, located the actual missing box, threw it in one of them transport little cars from the airport with the little what do they call the cargo what do they call the belt loaders, and then he drove it to a certain location, probably where there wasn't any cameras, and he took 4 bars and just left it there, and then somebody else came across that actual box, was discovered that four actual bars were missing, and during that time, the guy had the four gold bars on him, and he was texting his co-conspirator in the same company van. They were texting back and forth about the actual gold bars, so that nobody else would hear them actually talking about it while in the van with the other employees. And of course, the FBI got involved and found all of them. The actual one who actually came up on the box, he had buried his actual gold bars in his backyard, and they found it. And all the actual gold bars were actually returned to their actual owner. They was going to a Canadian bank in New York, and that's just the way it was. Okay, okay, guys, don't forget to like and